And welcome to a very special episode of Messing Around Mondays, starring Zach, Tinsley, and myself.
Let's go.
We're super excited to have you guys. We have a very special episode. We're going to do, of course, a fan favorite, our press release, going over all things news or just anything random we want to talk about.
Yep.
And then we got a special draft at the very end of the episode. Tins, tell us about the draft that you came up with it.
Oh, don't give me too much credit. It's something everybody loves. It's video games. So we're going to be
Tim's
drafting.
created video games.
He created the
yes. So we're going to be doing a snake draft of a couple different genres of video games, and put our own twist on it. We'll have a wild card, but we'll dive more into that right before the draft starts. But I'm super excited to do another snake draft, and for Mason to pick something very crazy and wild and somehow still beat Zach. He's not beating me. Yeah. I'm on a
greatest tradition in all of sports.
What are the odds of me drafting number one overall and then also just embarrassing myself over my picks? What's the odds of that? Pretty high?
At least 50%.
Right.
I will say I have a new spinny wheel app to determine our order today. So
exciting. I'll still get number one probably.
Mason, one of one.
But Mason has like a pocket of our fans that they will vote for him no matter what. I don't get it. I don't understand.
I have a dedicated fan base. I appreciate every one of you out there that's voted for me.
4 people. All the bots.
I don't want to hear it, Zach. I've beaten you every time.
An army of bots.
It cost me a lot of money to get those bots. Thank you very much. I had to pay Elon Musk for them.
Yeah, just wait till we start having to pay for Twitter.
Yeah.
So this whole video game thing was kind of brought about because a couple weeks ago, it came around that September 17th was the 10-year anniversary of Grand Theft Auto 5 releasing, which was in 2013. So it's been 10 years. One of the most popular video games of all time, and for some reason they have I don't know. I'm sure that I could find it, but they have not released GTA 6 yet, and there's been rumors all over the place about it, but it hasn't come out. And so it was a pretty popular thing on Twitter to talk about all the stuff that's happened in the world and in your life since Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, and since we've been waiting on Grand Theft Auto 6. Does anyone have anything to just throw out there in that time? And that's in the past 10 years. What has happened in your life?
So
I graduated high school.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, I just graduated high school, I guess. So I graduated college in that time. And I taught middle school for 5 years.
I didn't even know
I quit my job teaching middle school already.
What's happened with you? You went through 2 different careers all in that time span and college.
True. All 3 of us got married.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't even know Jalen 10 years ago. We dated for 6 years and got married this year. And so I'm trying to think what else. I probably went through 7 or 8 careers since then. I got my Spark around that time. The famous Chevy Spark around that time. It's still kicking it. It's just got a dent in the door. That's how people know it's me. Is either you see my head touching the roof or you can see the dent in the side of the door. So how about you, Tins? What's happened in the past 10 years?
Got married, had 2 kids, bought a house. Wow.
So successful.
Donald Trump elected president.
Yeah.
It was actually Obama had his second
term. Yeah. During that time.
Yeah. 2012, I guess, to 2016. A lot of stuff. It's pretty wild to think about how long 10 years is. I mean, we had COVID happen, obviously, and all the mess that happened with that.
The Patriots dynasty
ended today. Today was the mark of the end of the Patriots dynasty. We're recording this on Sunday night, by the way. So,
I'll have some more on that during the press release.
Yeah, and the NFL had their first official feature on a singer in the middle of an NFL broadcast. We'll talk about that more.
Speaking of NFL real quick, I didn't realize this. I looked it up because I was like, I wonder who won the Super Bowl in 2013. You guys want to guess?
Seahawks?
No. It was the Brother Bowl, the Ravens versus the 49ers. That's crazy that it was 10 years ago. Ravens won against the 49ers. That was when the power outage happened.
Like half the stadium.
Yeah. So there we
go. Who's the halftime performer?
Beyonce, I believe.
That would be incredible memory if he knows that. I'm looking that up right now.
He didn't know who was playing, but he knew it was Beyonce.
I remember because all the memes about how she knocked out half the power. Might be wrong though.
It looked like it. Beyonce, looking for. Wow.
She destroyed her halftime show, sucked up half the power of New Orleans, and they couldn't. That's why the stadium, like I said, half the stadium had no power after the show.
That's crazy. He doesn't know all the Super Bowl winners, but he knows every halftime performer. He's Super Bowl 27. It was this or whatever.
Oh no, nothing.
That would be impressive.
Pre 2008, I know anything about.
Oh, we got another announcement too. Speaking of halftime performers, Usher, Super Bowl.
Excited about that one.
I like that. That's,
big Usher fan.
Yeah, I like Usher. It should be a good show.
I think that'll be fun. Good one. All right, we got to jump into this press release because we got a lot to cover today.
It's true.
We got a big show. Press releases everywhere. Messin, you want to do press release?
They don't even know about my
I want to save tins for last. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, for sure. All right, they don't even know what I found. But here we are. Hershey and Crocs are coming together for a sweet collaboration. Get the play on words there. If you're on YouTube, you can see. Look, they have Croc, like those little things that stick into the holes of the Crocs. Yeah. They are Hershey Kisses, Reese cups, like the little clips that clip in. Can you eat them? Probably not. I don't think anybody would want to. I've never seen a clean Croc, by the way. Anytime I see someone wearing their Crocs, they look like they walked through like a mud pit and sewage, and everybody's Crocs are always dirty. Clean up your Crocs. It just takes you to spray them off. They're rubber. You don't.
Crocs said we had the biggest comeback of any life
of all time.
They came out when we were in middle school, and now
they're bankrupt, right?
They still wear them. Like kids wear them everywhere.
No, but there was a thing where they went out of business, and then they made a big comeback. I'm pretty sure
it has definitely come back. I'll promise you.
They're hot on the streets.
If any middle school kid wears them, and the clips thing is a popular thing. Like,
what are those called? I forgot.
I don't know. I'll have to look it up. That was my short sweet.
They have a weird name.
That was my short. Well, go ahead.
It's weird that a shoe has its own accessories, like your different little whatever these things are called, to decorate your Crocs.
That's probably the number one. If I had to think of anything else, I don't know if this counts, but I would say like they used to have these clip-in shoestrings that would be different colors for each set of lace. I even bought a pair. They were on Shark Tank, I think, but I can't think of any like shoe accessories besides that, unless you want to talk about
gibbets. Gibbets.
Good old
Of course.
That is the word for it in all reality. Yeah, Crocs, shout out. They're making a ton of money.
Short, sweet, and
making plastic shoes.
Got them. Yes, got them. Plastic, rubber. I don't even know what they're made out of. Who knows? I've only owned one pair, and I got made fun of because I was wearing socks with them because I didn't want to show my feet in school. So that's a fun fact for you. That was free. All right, that was my press release. Go ahead, Zach.
All right, my press release is this weekend was the grand opening of the Sphere in Las Vegas. This has been a pretty highly publicized thing. This huge new music venue, or just venue in general, opening in Vegas, where it is basically like nearly 360 degrees, where one half of it is stadium seating, the other half is just a huge LED screen. And the entire outside of this is just a dome, and it's all LED screen. So there's been some pretty cool. I've just seen a lot of videos of it pop up and stuff. There was a really funny one, like a meme that popped up when they were first talking about it, where it was like, it showed like a computer error was like on the outside of it, like the computer that ran it was like not syncing with it or whatever, and it just showed like an error screen on the outside of it. It was funny. But this week was the first week it actually opened, and they had their first show. U2 was the first opener for it, and they apparently, I have some stats for this. Shout out to this guy on Twitter that a lot of these stats are coming from. So it's apparently it took them $270 million to put this show together.
Golly.
2 years. And so apparently it cost 2.3. Just the show. YouTube? Yeah, just the show. Have you seen videos of it, Mason?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. It cost $2.3 billion to build, and the capacity is about 18,000 people in there. So they agreed to do it because they're getting like a residency there. So the residency is for like 25 shows total. But it's like tickets are going for like $600 a piece, which is nuts. So I mean, 18,000 people per show at $600 a piece. It's a lot of money. So a couple other stats about the TV, the LED screens and stuff. To make it work and make it sound good in the Sphere, they apparently have over 160,000 speakers total. Every seat has its own personal speaker that's like studio quality experience for everyone, apparently. Insane. But there's it's 366 feet tall and 516 feet wide. So it's like 9 floors tall, like 9 stories tall. And it's the largest LED screen ever made. Over 160,000 square feet.
It's insane.
So a couple of other stats. Because of how big the LED screen is, there are over 268 million pixels total, which is nuts. So it says every minute of content produced for the Sphere is the equivalent of 1 hour of streaming television.
Oh my gosh.
Every minute of content of the Sphere, because that's how much like pixels they're using and stuff. Because of how big it is. Crazy. Like the resolution of it is like it's not just like a huge janky looking LED screen. Like the whole thing is like TV quality resolution. Like it looks good. And if you're listening and you haven't seen some videos of it, you should go watch on like Twitter and see some of the what it looks like, because it is wild. They have scenes that look like you are on like different planets, and they have scenes that are just crazy, and it looks like you're there. It looks like that's the backdrop you're looking at, but in reality, you're just in a big dome.
So pretty sweet. That's insane stats, Zach. I have two things. Yep. I looked up how much it cost to build that, $2.3 billion.
Right.
And then the second thing is that if you were a performer, is your number one priority, if you could get to perform there, that would put you on the map a lot. Like U2, no, like they're relevant, right? They've done a halftime show and things like that. But I feel like that has brought them back on. Like everybody's talking about them again. Like if you could, and that's a whole overall experience. Like it's not just the fact of the dome itself, but the dome with like the music is like top notch. Yeah. So I feel like if you're anybody, I want to look and see if you want to kind of, if you had anything else, I want to look and see what other performers are like performing.
Well, that's why. So it's not going to be like a regular venue.
Okay.
Because of how long it takes to make the shows, like custom make all of the shows to those LED screens. That's what so they have a residency there for like 25 shows.
Okay.
So it's not going to be like every weekend there's a new artist playing there.
I guess that makes sense.
They want.
Well, some of them they looked like they were, looked like they were kind of generic. Like they could reuse the type of like images that were coming on. For sure. I didn't know.
I think they will definitely have other people there. That will be a goal, but I think it'll be like more of that residency based kind of scheduling versus something like Bridgestone Arena where they can just quickly set up a stage and do a whoever show there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the website right now, and it just like the actual thing, and it just says the Sphere Experience, and it looks like you can just like go through and they play things on the Sphere. Looks like tickets are on sale starting at $49. So if anybody wants to go to Vegas,
not for a concert, but for like
not for a
concert,
to look at
it.
Yeah,
that's cool. That makes sense.
they have price ranges. Starts at $49, goes to $249. I don't know what they have like different. Postcard from Earth is like one of the experiences that they have called. So they got like all sorts of different. But like I said, I don't see any like actual concerts there on their website. But interesting.
It's pretty cool stuff. Be a fun thing to see.
The group that built it is the same guy who owns the New York Knicks. Fun fact.
Checks out.
James Dolan.
We got facts upon facts.
Knicks can play a game in there.
That'd be pretty cool. It's get much better than the entertainment of the team that they have.
Zinger.
Got them.
They're bad. They're bad. Sorry, I ran out. Macy, Morgan's at home, so Macy needed water. She was screaming. I could hear her. So,
this is what you get here on the Nice Guy Podcast. Real life stuff.
I was like, what do you need? She's like, I'm out of water. You can take care of that yourself. You're big. But here we are. Anyway, sorry.
All right, Tins.
All right.
Press release. Let's get it going.
All right, press release. So here's the thing. If you live under a rock, then you don't know what I'm about to be talking about. And we've talked about it on this podcast. Hopefully we're not talking about it all the time, but we got to stop. We got to stop with this Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. They're dating. That's cool. I hope they have a nice, great relationship.
Yeah.
But the fact that I got Twitter notification today from Adam Schefter tweeting about how Travis Kelce's mom was leaving his brother's game in Philly to come sit in the media box with Taylor Swift at the New York game tonight, and it's every sports book has a promo for a Taylor Swift-esque like Travis Kelce stat line, and in the first minute of Sunday Night Football, we have a skit essentially of like, here's what you've missed from The Voice talking about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship,
like teaching people about football.
Yeah. And the fact that we've got now wives and girlfriends that don't know much about football think it's funny to record their significant others saying, isn't it so funny that Travis Kelce's getting put on the map by Taylor Swift?
Yes.
Guys, listen, Taylor Swift fans, I come in peace. I'm not trying to start. I don't want the smoke. I promise. I'm not trying to do that. But I need you guys to understand that Travis Kelce was doing just fine before Taylor came along. All right. He is a Hall of Fame NFL player, 2-time Super Bowl, this, that, and the other. All right. Let's all calm down. It doesn't need to be trending every 4 seconds of my life anymore. I'm over it. I'm over it. If she was dating some dude like, I don't know, on the Houston Texans or Atlanta Falcons, no one would care this much. So just calm down.
Listen, the fact that Adam Schefter can get away with his reliable credentials being what he is as a newsbreaker, and everybody, I mean, that is not news. I don't need to know that Travis Kelce's mom is going to be there with Taylor Swift once again, leaving Travis Kelce's brother's game. Like, I don't need that news. Thank you, but come again.
Literally,
go somewhere else with it. As
we're recording, our group text is blowing up about this right now. Shout out Matthias. Like, it just seeps into my everyday life at this point.
I mean, that's reality. Yeah, my wife turned on the Chiefs game to watch it. And I was like, what are we doing? Why did you just throw that on? And she's like, oh, Taylor Swift is there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is why they do this. I mean, if you don't know why they do the things they do, this is why. If they didn't have all the guys already watching Sunday Night Football, now they have an entire other audience and population.
Oh my gosh, it's on right now.
Yeah, it's literally. Oh, you can't show that. Don't show that. Don't show that.
We're doing this podcast during the game, during the Chiefs game on Sunday night.
I forget, but still, it's ridiculous. Okay, why? Okay, go ahead.
That's my press release. Everyone needs to just take a breath, let them live their life.
Okay, so it's been widely publicized that this happened basically right after, like during whenever the Kelce brothers are trying to get this podcast they have up and running. And I want to know what percentage chance that, like, it's going to come out at some point that this was like a deal made between them to like
conspiracy theory.
Like, let's just do the thing. Like, let's imagine how huge it would get if like we support each other and go to each other's stuff and it becomes this big thing, like two huge names in the world.
Because does it not help both sides for sure?
That's what celebrities do all the time. I mean, this is what celebrity dating is basically, you know.
It's a break in between her Eras tour, so she starts back in November, and of course she's still staying relevant, which she didn't need help anyways. But now she continues to be.
She's like the biggest artist in the world right now by a pretty wide margin.
If that was the case, if this was just a publicity stunt to help the Kelsey's Brothers podcast get better, then Taylor Swift, you have an enemy in me if you're trying to pop off and let Jason Kelsey become famous. Because I'll never forget what he said about the city of Jacksonville.
Oh, my gosh.
He never forgets.
So, there's that.
Is it draft time?
Jason Kelsey, come on the pod and talk to us.
We'll bring you on as a guest.
Yeah, defend your comments. Loser. Your stupid Aladdin themed purple suit when y'all won the Super Bowl. And I don't even know what you're trying to be screaming about. Hungry dogs run faster.
Aladdin.
He looks like a character from the movie Aladdin in that purple suit he was wearing with the dumb hat. All right, here we go. I'll find it. You guys.
Oh boy, here we go.
We also have a draft still that we gotta get to. Pretty important.
Is it?
This is more important. Okay, so as Ten's looking for that, Taylor Swift, if you want to come on our podcast, let us know. Open invite to either of the Kelsey brothers, Donna, Kelsey, or Taylor Swift at any point. If you want to come on, you have an open invitation.
Did the TV get shown on my screen, by the way?
No.
We're good then.
Yeah, we're good. All right. I'm done. I'm sending you guys the thing, but we can transition now. But I don't like Jason Kelsey at all.
Okay.
I think he's a bad
guy. All because of a grudge that happened a while ago.
I see it.
He said a lot of bad things about the city I'm from, like Philadelphia is some nice place.
Philadelphia's just doing their own business, Tim.
Here we go. So we have a draft. Today's draft, I think, might be one of our most divisive ones. Maybe one of our most controversial ones. Today we are drafting video games. And video games of all types. We have some categories we're going to hit. I will say this is the most preparation I've done for any of our drafts so far because I saw the categories and I was like, this is going to be I feel like there's some real strategy that could go into this one. And you could end up really getting the short end of the stick if you play your cards wrong. So, Tins, do you want to lay down our categories and talk about what we're drafting today?
Yeah, I got you. All right. So we are going to be drafting the genre of RPG. So it's like open world, kind of storyline based storytelling game. You're also going to draft a sports game, and when we draft the sports one, you get a whole franchise. It'll make sense once we draft, but we're not going to double dip into the same version of games.
Right.
Then we're going to draft a first-person shooter. I think everyone knows what those are. Your classic fun Xbox Live games.
Right.
Then we're going to do one arcade game to throw it back old school. I don't know if you guys.
Arcade definition has to have been on an arcade system at some point.
Yeah, and they remake these and they put them on like the newer consoles and stuff. We've probably all played them that way, but
yeah,
I don't know. I grew up going to a lot of arcades, so I used to play all this stuff that way as well. And then wild card, and a wild card can just be anything that's video game,
mobile games. It could be anything.
You could double dip into the one's already drafted if you wanted. Okay. Yeah, if you wanted to do that.
There's a lot of games that don't necessarily fall into one of those four categories, so that'll be a time for us to kind of pick some of our favorites from that realm of game, I think.
Yep. And did I cover all of them? I feel like I'm missing one.
Sports, RPG, first person shooter, arcade, and wildcard. Right.
No, we're good. All right. We text a lot. I tried to scroll up and find it. There's a lot of text from me screaming about bets this weekend. Sorry.
Okay, well, before we start, let's give a quick rundown of some of our video game experiences and like where our history comes from. Tins kind of gave a little bit of his background with video games. Do you want to elaborate, Tins?
What? That I played a lot of video games growing up?
No, just like what are your what?
Oh, okay, yeah, I got
consoles that you use. What was like
your
go-to? Like maybe not go-tos. Don't tip picks, but just like
all right.
What types of games were you interested?
I got you. Well, so growing up as a small child, my mom worked at a Chuck E. Cheese, so I went there every day after school and played all the arcade games. That's when they had all the good stuff in there. And then a lot of
we were a country.
Back when we were a country. Game Boy Color and Advance, a big Game Boy guy. Until I graduated to the 360. And then from there, I'm strictly Xbox. I've never owned a PlayStation.
Wow.
I don't have a PC. It's just been Xbox ever since. Couple like Switches. I get bored and buy a Switch for like 6 months and then I sell it. Cause I'm like, all right, never mind. I'm never playing this again.
He's elite.
But
elite.
Don't play as much as I used to, as much as I'd like to.
Because you have jobs and
children.
It's podcast.
It's taking up all the time.
Okay, Mason, what about you? What's your gaming experience background?
So, yes, I used to play video games and still play video games a little bit here and there, but most of my experience was either playing video games with my brother Matthias, shout out once again.
Shout out.
Or watching him play video games, because we had this type of thing. I actually enjoyed watching him because he was better a majority of the time.
Right.
Actually, 100% of the time, except for if it was Madden. So I would watch him play, and then when my football game came on, because we shared a TV, we had this agreement, okay, for like 3-4 hours or whatever, and then once the football game or whatever I want to watch on ESPN or whatever we wanted to watch, then we would turn it on there. And I feel like we kind of had this like good little thing going where he would play video games and then I get to watch my football, or Lakers or whatever it was. So that was, but I played all throughout, high school, college. Still play a little bit here and there. I own like 3 games right now, so it's not like crazy extensive, but there we go.
There it is.
Matthias, a big gamer,
He is a big gamer. I had a Game Boy Advance as well. Played a lot of like the sports type games. I had a PS2 after that. Shout out to PlayStation 2. And then I graduated to Xbox 360 after that. So I've been in both courts there. I've owned a couple different kinds of systems. Traditionally, not very good at video games. I play some still now, but not very much either. So I guess we're all kind of in the same boat. Definitely some nostalgia picking going to be happening today. Which is kind of what we're here for. If we don't list a modern game and you get offended, it's okay. Just email us at nextguyuppod@gmail.com and we will respond and talk about you on the air. So if you don't like one of our picks, tell us about it. All right. How do we feel, team? We're good?
I'm good. I'm ready.
Okay, I have my new wheel spinner for everyone out there. It looks like this. This is totally fair. I'm going to spin it to see who goes first. This is a big spin, actually. I think this will really make a difference in how this draft goes.
Not me.
All right, first spin.
We need some type of like music plugged in here.
Oh, Mason.
Oh my gosh.
Mason,
Why?
number 1 overall. Tough break. Second is... Oh, I'm second, so that means Tins is third on the turn.
I don't know.
My gosh.
Mason, you can't really mess this up. You've got to have... I know you've got picks out there.
Okay.
There's some...
so I'll start us off.
Interesting.
I have the most... I'm not going to say the name of it, but my whole childhood and my whole life was based on this one game. but sports is very deep, in my opinion. Like it has quite a bit to choose from. Therefore, and I don't even know if anybody's going to pick this one, but I have the game right here. Can I show this? I'm nervous about showing things on the
Show
screen.
it.
You just can't show like
Hogwarts Legacy. I love this game. I own this game. I love this game.
I've not played it. I don't know. I've heard it's good though.
Tins. Well, Tins isn't the great. He's not the biggest. Like when it comes to Harry Potter, I feel like he's in the middle.
True.
You're in the middle.
We made a joke that Mason was going to draft
To me-
Hogwarts, or was going to draft Harry Potter Lego Harry Potter in the first round. Was going to.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
if anybody's played this,
you, Mason.
No, you're fine. The graphics are insane. It's an open world that you get on a broom now and you can go like super fast. I'm still discovering the map. I would love to like just be inside the behind the scenes of how they built this game. But if a quick overview, so it's your own storyline of you at Hogwarts. It's not Harry Potter's storyline, nothing like that.
Right.
There's a little bit of mic popping going on. Sorry if that's me. But so it's a really cool. You actually get to be a wizard, cast your own spells, learn your own spells, and it's very in depth. It's like insanely in depth. So I've been playing it on and off. Basically, when me and Jalen just kind of decide, hey, let's get together and play. We'll play for a couple hours, and we still haven't beat it. So, but this is my number one because this came back to me. Let's go ahead and be honest.
Yes.
Dang it.
Without a doubt.
So is that your RP? It's a RPG,
That's definitely
right?
an open world, yeah.
So this is open world. So this is my RPG.
I think that's a good pick. I think it's fine. I think if that's what I don't think Tinder and I really played it, so I don't know that it would. I think you could have saved that.
It's gotten some tough reviews.
Really? Well,
I've heard good things about it. I've heard people that have said it's fine.
I just like the detail. Like even I walk around in rooms and I'm like, if you're in the Great Hall, you're like, oh my gosh, this looks just like, and you kind of just walk around. It's in-depth detail. So that's my pick. I'm sticking to it. I feel confident. I passed on the game that I know is going to not come back to me. It's my whole life, but the sports are very deep. So there you go. Go ahead, Zach.
There he goes. Okay.
You got it?
I'm sticking to my guns. I'm doing it. I'm doing what my heart tells me to do. I'm doing first-person shooter, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 with the zombies. This is mostly for the zombies, just to clarify. But Call of Duty Black Ops 2, super fun game. I mean, even the regular campaign is fun, and I've played it multiple times. But I have spent so many hours playing the zombies kind of side part of that game. We together collectively have spent hundreds and hundreds of hours together at such late times in the evenings, along with a bunch of our other friends playing this zombies game and then getting yelled at by my dad afterwards, screaming at the TV when it's 2 a.m. trying to kill zombies. That's my pick. It is a nostalgia pick without a doubt. But I think I recently bought it and re-downloaded it on my Xbox One to just get to play zombies mostly. But it's a lot of fun. I played it through college, everything. I played it so much.
I would have like work or class all day, and I would look forward to coming over to the Durham household. We would go out late to the Dollar General that was a couple miles away and you had a combo of snacks. So you had an energy drink, usually a salty and then a sweet.
Right.
And you sat up a whole setup to where it was easy to grab whatever snack while you had your hands still on the console. And we played. I remember there's one time I think the sun came up. We played through the whole night. But it would just be just like the hours same thing and hours. Over and over. I have a memory. I think Tinsley, are you gonna tell the Jumpman story? That's my greatest memory.
You gotta tell it.
So we would all be playing. I don't know, because once again, other friends were involved. But usually, if all of us died except for Tinsley, and he had to take on a whole group of zombies while reviving us, he would request Jumpman. Which, if everybody knows the song, and he would you not, Tins, go be like he would have 100 of them coming at him, and he would do the craziest things I've never seen before. Like he just went into pro mode.
Like put the song on, and he went into a different zone. It was crazy.
He would do the craziest thing, and he would revive all of us, and it was like and he would just destroy the game just because of that song. So that's one of my favorite memories of playing that game.
That is a good one. That's and the multiplayer too, like just like normal online. Like,
right, it was pretty.
We did that a lot too. Like
we did.
It's still the servers are still up. I hop on them every once in a while when I'm really bored. A lot of hackers on there now, but it's not as fun. But we've spent a lot of time playing that game.
Right.
I was hoping it was going to get to me. That was definitely what I wanted first round.
I feel like that was kind of one of those really big. I think Black Ops 1 did have a zombies version.
Yeah, but it wasn't as fun.
It wasn't as good. And I mean, I think it was very popular still, but the one we enjoyed the most was Black Ops 2. So
yeah, especially it's Black Ops 2, the town version. It seems like all the zombie games since are like puzzles. Like you got to beat a puzzle, and it's not as fun. I just like fighting waves
straight up. Let's get it. Yeah. They haven't remastered that, have they?
No, not yet. I would say once they do.
If they just release just the zombies remastered, I would buy that.
Or if they just because they've done Modern Warfare 2 now. They've like re-released it for the new consoles. If they do it for Black Ops 2, I'm gonna have to dive back into video games a lot harder.
Let's get it. All right, Tins, what do you got?
All right,
first round.
First round, I'm gonna go sports, and I'm going to go with. I'm not gonna take the one you probably think I'm gonna take. I'm going to go NCAA college football.
Yeah, that
makes sense. This game,
I'm not surprised.
It's like as much as I like the other football game. This is there's people that still play the 2014 version right now. You can do dynasty mode, recruit players. You could do your own player and take your favorite team to the national championship. I mean, it's just so much fun. And I mean, the only thing holding it back from being like top tier play right now is the graphics.
And you have to think with NIL though, it's coming back around. Like we're gonna get it again sometime eventually.
Eventually, we keep having.
They say that.
I dive into it all the time. The story, we keep having like a hiccup in the contract. Like now they want more and more money because they know how bad the fans want it. But that's very nostalgic. Tins. Nothing beats coming home from school, turning that on, and you have the college like music and the EA Sports. It's in the game, and I can't do the voice, but just the music, the mascot. Thank you. The mascot games, you could dress up as any of the mascots.
Mascot was awesome.
Yes, the Smoky for all the UT fans out there, or I would like to pick the silliest ones, so like Syracuse Orange or like the Stanford Trees or whatever. Those are just the best. Nothing beats that. Very nostalgic. Good pick, Tins.
And then it became a thing during COVID. I mean, I think some of the Barstool guys and Big Cat started it with
Toledo.
Going through whole seasons is like and he was a team from scratch.
Yeah, he would be the offensive coordinator because that was the fun part too. You got to decide like you could start as an offensive coordinator and try to earn your way up to like getting a head coaching job. So I remember watching him do that. That was pretty fun. That's what I like doing too. I always like being offensive coordinator and then becoming a head coach later on.
It is fun, and there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. They have to be just losing out on so much money not having it. Like if it came out, it would just blow up. It would be huge. That's a good pick, Tins.
Your second pick, Tins.
All right, my second pick. I'm gonna go first person shooter here for. I'm gonna take Halo.
Which one?
Well, I get the whole franchise, right?
Yes, you do. But pick. Oh, I guess you do. How's that been working? Do we just pick?
Zach has all the Call of Duty.
All of them.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Is there a specific one in mind, Tins?
I want to. It was Halo 2 was the one we used to play, right? I think so.
Yes.
I think Halo 2 is the one I played the most with the story mode, and then multiplayer was fun. Like you could do split screen and we'd all like kill each other.
We did do that. I think Halo 4 was very big at some point.
I have one more.
I can't remember.
Maybe it was Halo 4.
I have one more that I'm not going to mention right now, but the best soundtrack of any video game, Halo is up there for me, for sure.
Oh yeah, it definitely has like a lot of like cinematic sound.
Oh, I still can't do this. Is that pretty good?
That was very good.
That was pretty good.
So we have a clip of me doing the horrible EA Sports, and then a clip of me doing the horrible Halo. Well, it's a great Halo song, but me doing it horribly. So there you go. That could be a TikTok. Okay, Zach, you're up.
All right. Ooh, this is getting interesting now.
This is going to be very interesting.
There's a lot on it. There's so much. It's just the order of what I want to draft stuff in. Shoot.
Anytime.
Okay, now. I think I'm doing this. I think I'm doing an arcade.
Whoa.
I think I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna do Super Mario Brothers arcade.
Yep.
Is that legal? Can I do that?
That was an arcade game?
I don't think that's an arcade game.
It was an
arcade 64. Game. It was.
I did some research because I wanted to pick it. It definitely was an arcade game first, and then it got adopted.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
I mean, it's the style of like an arcade. There's not a lot to it. You know, you're jumping. And
right, you're jumping.
Going different directions. It's pretty simplistic. Pretty sure. Yeah.
I like that.
You said Super Smash Bros?
Not Super Smash Bros. Like the Super Mario Brothers.
Dang
like
it.
The original.
Oh, Mario Brother. Okay.
Right.
I did not know that was an arcade game. Okay. I'll take it. I'm okay with that because you didn't pick mine. So I'm going to go. Once again, I feel like I'm going to get reactions out of the two of you, but I'm locking it in. It's going to be a game that I hope my brother backs me up on because I watched him play it. He kind of got me into it eventually. And that would be Skyrim. That's my wild card. It's open world, but I have two open world. That's my wild card. Skyrim.
That took that off the board for us, huh? Interesting.
Oh, yeah. You guys didn't think I was going to take that because it's a wild card. I can use that, right?
You can do whatever you want. Do it. Yeah, that's fine.
Did I snipe it from y'all?
No.
There's the potential.
I mean,
yeah. But your first two picks are very interesting, Mason.
Okay, so Skyrim was ahead of its time when it once again came to storyline, graphics, and just being a huge open world where you could go on forever and ever and go further out. So I'm looking in. For anybody that doesn't know, it's like a dragon, medieval. You can pick your type of character. You can be a cat. It's like you can be a lizard. I know it sounds weird. Maybe I'm not describing this the best. There's like sword fighting and arrows, shooting arrows. It's good. It's good.
I think if you don't know what Skyrim is at this point, then what video games are you playing? They do a special re-release every year of Skyrim.
Well, that was going to be my other best soundtrack where it's like da 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 da. There you go.
Wow, that's
copyrighted.
Yeah, well, I didn't go too far into it. I think we're fine on copyright rules.
I don't think anyone's going to recognize that enough to get copyrighted.
Now I'm all afraid of us getting shut down. I'm over here almost showing the football game.
I dare them to shut us down. We welcome it.
It'll take all of our bad boys of podcasting for nothing.
Breaking all the rules. All right, so that's my pick. Oh wait, I have
another one. I can't wait. DJ Personally, I can't wait for this pick, Mason.
Thank you. Well, since it's still here, I'm gonna take it, and I'm shocked. It's gonna be my sports, and that's gonna be Madden. I have in my back pocket. I thought Madden was gonna go, and I was gonna wait till the last pick because there's so many good sports games on here that I can't mention because we still got Zach, and if you want to use wild cards. But it's good stuff. Madden needs to step up their game a little because when you were talking about NCAA, I'm like, all they have is their same stuff that they got, which is like franchise and just playing, but nothing beats a good Madden game. One of the things I played nonstop for years, creating your own teams, creating your own players. So that's my locking it in. Madden. Skyrim, Madden, Hogwarts Legacy. What a combo.
Shout out to Madden 2008 with Vince Young on the cover. I played the heck out of that on PS2 back in the day.
Best player to ever play is the controversial Michael Vick. He had like a 99 speed. He was literally unstoppable, not best, but like he was a cheat code, and they never made a player like that ever again. You got Lamar Jackson, which is one of the fastest. He's not unstoppable like how Michael Vick used to be. There's videos surfacing out there. If you just type on like Michael Vick, he could go all the way to the touchdown line, come all the way back to the 1 yard line, and then go back without anybody catching him because he was that faster than everybody else. So unstoppable character would be Vince Young.
Love it. Love
it.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
All right. My third pick. I think this works here. Hope I'm not expanding any of the categories beyond how far they're supposed to be expanded.
Oh, no.
But in my open world type pick, I am taking the aforementioned Grand Theft Auto 5.
It is counts, an open world, I guess.
Yep, it is.
We'll see if...
Okay, so the whole franchise was pretty groundbreaking. I didn't play it very much in 2013, I will say, but I have played it since. But like I said, it's had a super long shelf life. People play it all the time to this day. It's super fun. You can do a lot of different stuff. There is a story mode, but you can also, my favorite pastime is just going and shooting some random people and then running from the cops and seeing how far you can get and outrunning the helicopters. And then this was also a huge game for like cheat codes and stuff, like throwing in cheat codes to get helicopters and crazy stuff happening inside the game. So GTA 5, super fun, game changer of a game. GTA 6 will probably be one of the best-selling video games of all time. So I'm excited for that. I think that's a good one.
I'm going to say that was the best thing to do. Jalen and myself actually had competitions of we would time once you get like cops after you or like a 5-star, try to get 5-star. We would try to see who could, go the furthest with the cops going after you.
Yeah.
I never played the story mode. I got bored with it. No, it does not. And the story mode is very kind of risque a little bit. But I would just, get on there and goof off half the time. Try to get really nice cars and So, all right, nice pick. Tens.
All right. I'm gonna go wild card. I'm gonna take one of the most popular games of all time. I'm gonna go ahead and get Fortnite.
It's a good one. That's the game I've spent the most hours on in the past 5 years, probably.
What would what category would that go under?
It would probably fall under first. Yeah, I did.
Well, if it wasn't wild card, would it be like first person?
I think
I'm trying to get an idea, or I'm trying to figure out these categories a little bit still.
They kind of created that new battle royale type category. Honestly, yeah. There's been a bunch of those since, but pretty fun.
So, I mean, it's made people famous. There's kids do nothing but Fortnite dances at all times now. So I'm happy to have that one. And then let's see. RPG, I'm torn because there's two that I really love. I think one's going to do well on the graphic and one's not. All right, I'm going to go Pokemon. As my
dang
RPG.
it.
Yeah.
It's got a storyline. You don't have to do the storyline. You can just do whatever you want.
Right.
If I had to pick a specific one, it would be Pokemon Sapphire. That's like the last one I spent significant amount of time on. But they're all great. Even the newer ones are okay. So Pokemon.
There it is.
Favorite Pokemon 10s go.
Blastoids. I'm a water type guy.
Big water type guy.
big water type guy. If I had my own gym, it'd be a water gym.
Most annoying Pokemon.
Most annoying.
Jigglypuff. Yeah, it gotta be Jigglypuff, right?
Jigglypuff's up there. I'm not a big fan of Charizard. I think he's kind of overrated.
Wow, an overrated one. All right, let's move along. Zach,
that's a hot take in the Pokemon world.
All the Pokemon people are going to come after us. I'm sweating out this pick right now. I'm looking at my wild card, and I've still got all 4 of my options open for wild card, and I like all of them.
Sweating it out.
I think we should go through at the end and do one more just for fun. One last wild card, because I feel like there's some games that aren't going to get their time in the sun here. I think my wild card, a game. Oh, man, this is hard. Okay, I have 2 options. Let's do. Okay, I'm going to do it now. I'm done stalling. I am going to go with. Let's do Mario Kart. Mario Kart and my wild card. I do have 2 Marios. Yes, I'm on my board. But Mario Kart is a racing game, obviously super popular. Has been around for a very long time. Literally everyone has played Mario Kart at some point or another. It's a great party game, a great game to play casually with friends and compete. It's a fun game. It's a great wild card spot.
Good pick.
I personally love Mario Kart, so that's an awesome pick.
Thanks,
yeah, that's a good one. Was it fun on the Wii?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun on the Switch.
Wheel, if you had the wheel.
On the Switch.
Yeah, you can get on the Switch.
Switch is
good.
Switch
is fun.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yep.
All right, here we go. I'm going arcade. And I'm going to go Mortal Kombat.
Okay. That's a good pick.
It's good.
Thank you. Well, I looked because I've played it as a video game,
right,
but not as the actual arcade game. But I would think it's got to be similar. So I looked it up. 1992 is when it came out, an arcade game, Mortal Kombat. Locking it in.
Love it.
And then, so I think this is going to be the most embarrassing pick of my life. This is my last pick, right?
That's saying something, Mason. You got some embarrassing picks.
Okay, so here's the issue that I'm dealing with is that all of my last thing is first-person shooter game.
Right.
And everything that I have played has been picked.
Oh, no.
So I think we're looking at an issue here where I'm going to be picking something that I've never played, and that is called a fraud. Because how can I pick or sell something? It's like if I was to sell something and then I'm selling it to you, but it's like I've never even played it. Like, this isn't fair.
Sounds like
because here's the thing: Call of Duty's been taken.
Personal problem.
Fortnite. Yes, thank you. I've never played Apex. It looked fun. I've watched people play it, so that might be my pick because I'm teasing it. I know. Well, first of all, everybody used their wild card, right? And everybody used their their first person shooter. Okay, so I can list all these off, and I know we're on a time frame here, time crunch, but I'm really struggling. Is Battlefield part of Call of Duty?
No, it's its own Battlefield franchise. It's own franchise.
Is that decent pick?
Favorite thing is when watching Mason try.
It's like a worse Call of Duty, yeah.
I'm thinking of one fun one that I think you could pick that would be good.
BioShock.
It was my backup.
You've played Destiny
at the end.
Oh, well, no, not a whole lot of it, but yes, I played Destiny. I kind of forgot.
Destiny's technically a first-person shooter.
We'll take Destiny. I picked it. Go ahead, Zach. I didn't want you to give me your pick, and then I pick whatever you picked.
Well, let's finish the draft. We'll do honorable mentions.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Okay, so I'm done. Yeah, that's it.
You're done. Okay, last pick for me is my sports pick. I'm just going to take NBA 2K. I think my other option was FIFA, which is pretty fun to be fair. But I'm going to take NBA 2K. I played more of that growing up. It's fun. You get to play basketball. I mean, with video game players, and what are you going to say about it? Everyone knows NBA 2K is. There's my sports pick.
Like that. All right. Arcade.
Last pick.
Right. All right. Yeah. Arcade. I'm gonna go and actually just released this on Xbox in the last 6 months, and I've been playing it. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So you get to pick your favorite of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Go around fighting dudes. It'd be more fun. You get, if you're at the arcade with your friends, you have 4 of you. You're all playing at once, or 3 other people you don't know all playing. Like you're just smashing buttons, destroying bad dudes.
Yeah.
So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's a fun time.
I do have one I thought of.
Great draft.
Honorable mention. That's good. Good pick.
Okay, so that's the last pick, right?
Yes.
All right. So what else? Throwing stuff, some extras out there. Honorable mentions. Mason.
Okay. Thrillville. Completely. You got to build your own park.
Like Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, like it was building roller coasters and arcade games, and you build your own theme park.
Cool.
And no one's ever played it. No.
Nope.
Sounds fun.
What's the other thing I was thinking of? Oh, we missed a lot of the arcade games.
Yeah.
Pac-Man is the most popular one. It has to be, I feel like. And
Pac-Man,
we didn't go with that.
I almost took.
Donkey Kong, we did not pick.
Donkey Kong.
Go ahead, Zach.
Super Smash Bros. Was also my honorable mentions. My other first-person shooter I thought about picking if I didn't get Black Ops 2 was going to be Star Wars Battlefront. Very fun.
Yeah.
Some like the old school ones. I haven't played in the newer Star Wars games, but the Star Wars Battlefront, like the old school one, I played on PS2. It was fun. I had Minecraft. Obviously, we've all played a lot of Minecraft. A lot of hours in Minecraft. Didn't really fit into a category, but fun game.
Any of my Lego games I've played, they made jokes about it earlier, but Star Wars Legos was my childhood.
It is fun. That is a fun one.
I ran out of wild cards because I couldn't have Skyrim, Hogwarts Legacy, and I needed a third wild card to finish off my perfect set of, for me.
Yeah.
Any of the Legos, to be honest. They got tons of them out there.
I think NHL and 2K are right there with each other. I like the hockey games. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So when I was talking about deep sports, Wii Sports, NFL Street, you got to walk on a wall. You got to throw players down. They had a really good soundtrack. And the one that I was really going to wait on if Madden got taken, I was going to wait on my last pick because I knew nobody would think about. But Tony Hawk Underground.
Those are good games.
They had the greatest cheat codes. We were talking about cheat codes. They had some great cheat codes on there. And it was great when you got to look up a cheat code on your family desktop that was about 200 pounds that took up the whole living room. Those were the days of video gamers when you typed in whatever game cheat codes, and then you got and then you had to write it all down on a piece of paper because then your video game console type in correctly. You had to write it down on a piece of paper and then take it into your wherever your video game was. Those were the days. I remember doing that with Tony Hawk Underground. And then I couldn't figure out if it was a Y or X that I did, and then I messed up. I had to go back
all over again.
Yeah. So
NBA Jam.
You guys play that? Was fun.
That was fun.
NBA Street Volume 2 was one of our favorites. Nobody?
Nah. Okay. Didn't play that one. Sounds fun.
He's got the hits.
We missed out on Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, that was
a pretty big one. Yeah.
Yeah. There was another one that I saw. I mentioned BioShock, God of War, Legend of Zelda's on there, Overwatch. There's a lot.
Fallout, the Fallout series. Those are
Fallout series. A very big one. Yeah, we're getting roasted about missing some of those.
It's true.
But we got Harry Potter Legacy on there, you know?
Yeah, we did. Mason took 2 open world games.
I'm going to get some love, hopefully. My bots will... Wait, my fans,
they vote for you no matter what. A
good draft, everyone.
All right, great draft. thank you guys for listening to Messing Around Mondays. We do appreciate when you listen, when you engage with us online. So find us on socials. We are on Twitter. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We are very active there. So if you want to have a conversation about games or you take offense to one of our picks, please let us know. We would love to have you on the pod to talk about it. We will bring you on this podcast. Maybe. And check out Friday. We have a what is turning out to be probably going to be a hot episode on Friday. We got some big topics coming up. I think it's going to be a fun one.
Because people yell at.
Because a lot of people yell at. That's every Friday we have our weekend preview. So previewing the week in sports coming up. That is it for our Messing Around Mondays. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we hope you have an awesome week.